will be different for everybody because I don't know where you have installed your HLA, but I do this. I do CD dot dot means go back one level up. I saw this is a assembly is a bit rudimentary, and CD again all the back to root here. For I'm covering a Windows version, but maybe Apple is different. But usually you guys figure out what to do equivalent in Apple. And here I say CD HLA. Okay, therefore my HLA installed under a folder called HLA. This is a folder name, not program name yet. So keep that in mind. Then let me switch to Windows, another one, and show something else. Okay. Okay, let's approach from this window to HLA because this window is more easy to see the things. We will do on the black window, but let me show the relations between the things. Okay, so this is my C drive, and that's my HLA. Where is it? This one. Okay. By the way, I believe, magnify this window. I do. I know actually. Never mind. I do. Oops. No. Let me see. View details. Okay. So that's my HLA. My compiler is here. If you double click here, you see inside this one, this is HLA program and appropriate software with that. So don't worry about that one. I have created a folder here. I don't want to make this window very, very messy each time I do a program. So you might create a folder here. And again, you can create folder by just clicking. There's a home folder and like that one and type the name. So if I double click here, see my messes here, my files. Okay, so I am recommending you might do this way. The most important thing is you should know where the things are and what is the relation between them. I mean, structural relationship between them. Okay. Now I'm going to save my program to here. Okay. So I switch to Notepad again now. Okay, watch file, save as. Okay. Now, and it is already inside this place. It stands for example assembly. So let me call it today EX, for example, SEP9, September 9, and .HLA. Now, it is possible that computer might add TXT to end of this. You don't want that. So do this. Put a double quote before and at the end. Again, look at here. I'm on highlighting. So that means please do not provide extension for me. Now, so you have your extension. And I am saving to this place. Here, look at the top of the window. Is under HLA under this. This is not written to stone, okay? You might add it differently. But I want to keep things organized, so I put this folder, okay? Now, split save. Okay. Now let me switch to black window now. Command window is called command CMD. Okay, so type this HLA space. Since it is in a folder, I type the folder name like that, \, and I believe my program name I already forgot, was exsep9.hla. Okay, let me check to see the program name is correct. I saved it. Not this one, actually. Hold on. Okay, correct. See here, HLA is a program name that you copied from book. And this is a folder name, directory folder. And inside that one, I have this file. I just saved it. Make sure that you put HLA extension at the end here too. If the file is there and has proper extension and name, if I enter, it's going to attempt to assemble or compile it. And it looks at everything works just fine. If you get this warning, just this warning, no more, just this line, that means it is successfully assembled, compiled. Okay. Now I have to run it. To run it, type that name without HLAs. No HLA at the beginning, no HLA at the end, just the file name. So in my case, it would be exasm /exsep9. And that should work. It did. Okay, to make your job easy, once you open this command window, this black window, do not close it until end of the session that you want to work. Why? Because you don't want to type again. I go back to Notepad and I fix something. I come back here, then I don't have to type those things. I just do arrow up. You see? The name pops up with the keyboard arrow. So you don't have to type them. Once you type it correct, you know, it is here, up and down. You see the text that you typed is in this session. In this session means that since opened it. Now, usually you will do this. You type in the Notepad++ or somewhere. You save it place I told. You come to this command window. You compile it, hopefully compiles, then you run it, and hopefully runs. And then if it is not correct, either compile error or logic error, you go back to Notepad, fix there, just save it there, no more save as, and come back here. It is so quick. Once you learn this one, for learning things, you're going to work with the Notepad and this one. Very simple. Notepad here, check. Everything is okay, you're done. If not, back to Notepad, fix the things. Don't forget to save it, just save, okay? Control S in Notepad is very quick way to save it. Control S, okay. And then come back here and use arrow up and down. It is so quick this way. You don't, because, you know, what Frustrated us is not the one we think hard. It is like the little thing and type again, this long things, this boring stuff. You can avoid boring by the process I told you. So you can quickly move between them. Okay, now let's go back to program now and talk about the program. And hopefully you guys were successful to do this when I just did. So let's study the program a little, and I will have another example before tonight. Okay, the person who asked question about downloading SLA, this is a textbook available on this website. And if you go to page 4, somewhere here, this page 4, it says in this area, it says how to download it. Everything is free here. Okay. Now, let me go back
Yes,
note. Yeah.
I downloaded it and I copied the code and I tried to run it the same way you did, but I got an error at line 2.
Okay, this we look at it in a moment. I look at my program and check against mine to see what's going on. Let me check this. I'm glad that you did so fast. That's thanks. So, okay, so look at this program. So it begins from a name program, keyword program, and you choose a name. This name is in 3 places, identical name, uppercase, lowercase, same. And it has program has 2 parts, declaration part and body part. And so if you copy program from the book, you should not have that much of error, especially here. I copied from the book too. I had error between the pages, which I copied extra text. I removed it and it worked.
It said it couldn't open the include file, the stdlib.
You don't have to type it, just copy the book from the book.
I did. I copy pasted it.
Which line you have error?
Line 2.
Line 2. Okay, like this one here?
Mhm.
Something like this?
Yes.
On highlighting?
It is that exactly.
I had the error with line 2 last week. I just didn't copy and paste the entire. I only copied and pasted in CLUD, and I didn't include the E when I copy and pasted. So you might need to re-copy and paste that whole line of code.
Oh no, I have the E on it. It's just saying that it can't open like the library, I guess.
No problem actually. If this says open library, that problem is not here. Problem is on the installation and where it cannot find the file. You have to look at that one. Where you look at your computer structure, means file structure. So you should therefore you make sure that the HLA finds your file, and also you have saved the HLA extension, all of that. If say cannot open the file, what am I error message?
It says error in file, the same file name.
Okay, line 2. Okay, I know what the line 2 means. It means that somehow you did not install properly, and the library from the computer from HLA is not the place that should be. So that's line 2 is correct. Yours is correct, but it cannot find this library. That means installation somehow is not right.
Okay.
Because if it is like this, should work. So that means it cannot find this file. Therefore, there are so many things inside this, a lot of stuff. That's the reason. So again, you check the installation, you check the where your program and those things are. Okay, let me show you mine.
Yes, I copied you.
Okay, look, this is HLA folder. You see these files? Those are not mine. Those are come from the system. This is HLA compiler, and these are related files. And now, my programs are inside this. And there should be HLA Live. I believe this is not mine. No, that's not mine. HLA Live folder inside HLA is also from the system.
Yes, I have that one. The only one I don't have is the programs folder you have.
Oh, you don't have this one here? EXE, that one?
No, the progs.
Progs.
Under new folder? Yes.
That one could be actually mine. Let me check. Let's see. That probably I did it for myself.
Oh, okay.
So let me see. this is the system, not mine. This is system, not mine. New folder is nothing, just a new folder. I erase it now. That shouldn't be there. Progs is mine. So therefore you should have these programs, and I'm not sure all of them. Maybe there are something that I did unintentionally. And these two folders and inside them. And this is my work area.
I have everything except the last two, but I don't think those are
Last two.
the 0 with the close parentheses and
Oh,
the S. That,
probably that's mine. Look at the date. It is March 23rd, but the other one
Okay.
is like
2004.
2004.
Okay.
So that's actually clue which was the system which is done. So that probably is nothing, you know. And somehow it's created. I don't know, there should something be. No, there's 0. I mean, let me delete them. I'm creating problem for myself. Anyway, okay, that is confusing. Okay, so I switch back to black window. Okay, let me see, it still is working. Okay, it still is working. Okay, so you didn't see it, but it still is working. It's seen for me. Okay. Okay, let's look at the study program level discussion. Okay, you see this program structure. It has a declaration part and the other part. So these are you declare variables in HLA. Usually with the keyword static here, lowercase, and this is your variable name. Okay, this you choose. Okay, and then these are types. So you choose variable name that you choose colon type name. These are the fixed name. These are you use as is given to you, and then optionally initialize them. So if you initialize them, you do this notation. Looks at borrowed from Pascal notations. These things are okay. So you have 3 variables declared now. Then comment like a C comments, C++ comments, and this means put these things on the screen. And this is like, again, see, there's a string. This is string is going to print exactly like that up to here. I8 is going to print its value, and then followed another string and another variable, another string, another variable, NL, not M1. NL stands for new line. Mean go to the next line. And now look at these 3 lines. Okay, this each 3 lines they're identical. Each three lines identical. If I explain one, is sufficient for all. It negates the number. So how negates the number? There is an instruction for that, but we haven't studied that one yet. So we're going to it what we have. So you see, with these 3 instructions, you can negate it. You put 0 to AL, and by the way, number is small. It is I8, you should use AL. It is I16, you should use AX or BX or CX or DX. If it is 32, you should use E version. ECX, EDX, EBX, EAX. Okay, now, so you you clear AL to 0, then you deduct I8 from AL. Okay, now AL is negative. Actually, AL is negative of negative, therefore AL is +8. So if you deduct from AL, which is 0, minus -8, you know, because this means deduction. And number here is negative, so it means minus means plus. Therefore, AL is going to have +8. 8 is example, okay? This 8 is example here. Could be any number. And then you move AL to I8. So these 3 lines reverse the sign of I8. And other 2 lines reverse the sign of other one, okay? Then you print again. NL means move to the next line before print. And this shows the result. And then for the sake of example, adds 32. I'm sorry, adds this number to I32. Where does the number come from? Is probably just example. Doesn't matter. I don't see any significance in that value. And it shows that A32, which is 32 plus, once printed, is going to this number 32, 32, 32, 32. Okay, if look at your command window. If you run properly, you will see this result. Okay, any question on this one before I'm moving another example? Okay, I'm going to switch back to notes, my notes. Okay. Now, okay, let's see. Okay, let's do this example. This one. Okay, and then you see it works. I'm trying to see which one actually faster. Maybe this. Okay, let's go to this example, which is complete example at the bottom of the page. This is better. Okay, so unfortunately, can you copy it from here? Manush, this is a PDF file. Maybe you can copy the things. Let me check. You can highlight. Yes, you can copy. So copy these things to this example to Notepad++. I just copied it and I show you Notepad++ version now. Okay, I just copied it. It is here now. Okay, I give you like 2-3 minutes to do this. Don't type, copy it, and don't worry about. No, I'm sorry. I am showing wrong file to you. Let me show the right file. Okay, this is Notepad++ now. See, I copied here.
Professor?
Yes.
This happened to me twice now, so I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong, but when I've copied in this past example and this one, it just puts everything in the same line. It's not character turning.
What are you using Apple, I guess?
No, I'm on Microsoft and I'm copying to Notepad++ as well.
So it doesn't understand line breaks. That is the things. So you copy it from the book to Notepad++ on Windows environment and everything become one line?
Yes. It did that twice now.
Same thing happened to me too.
Let me see. Is there anybody has idea why it's happening? I know the reason I know what's going. What is
That happened to me too, and I use Adobe Reader or any PDF reader, and they copy the correct format from there.
Say it again, please.
So instead of copying from Canvas, use Adobe Reader or any PDF viewer and then it will copy the correct format with the not the correct.
Did you copy it from Canvas?
Well,
no, them. That actually doesn't work. Canvas copying. So yeah, if you copy from PDF to this one, format compatible. But between the software, some software treats the line break in a different way. So that's the problem. So if you copy it from Notepad++, this actually is a PDF file. But probably you don't have this source. You have okay, actually this is actually Word. So you don't have this one. Let me see. Let me try to imitate you. See what happens. Okay, I go back to Canvas. Okay. Give me a minute to find the file. Canvas. Okay, the one. Okay, modules. Okay, this is the file you copied. This one. Okay. Now, if you click on it, it opens here. Don't copy from here. Click the file name here. See, I'm showing the mouse. Click here and open this one here. That opens in a PDF. And I believe you can copy from here safely. Let me try to do it. And then I tell you what happened. Okay, let me see. Okay, it's copyable. Is highlightable and then copyable. Okay, now let me switch to Notepad++. I will do it and show you a result when it is correct. It copied. It slightly messed up the format, but the line breaks are okay. So the two students who asked question, please do this. Go to Canvas, okay, and click the file. Do not copy here. Open the file. Do you see where I'm shaking the mouse? Open this file. That opens in the PDF and becomes it. And look, opens at the bottom. You download to bottom, open up, and then opens in a PDF tab. And from here, copy the Notepad++. Should be okay. Yeah. So I wait 2 minutes for you guys to do it. The one had question, and I hope that's successful this time.
It worked. Thanks, Professor.
Okay, sure. Okay, let's go to Notepad++ now. Okay, let me switch again. Okay, this is a program. From there is not very nicely aligned. Just there are a couple of lines which are mismatched. I just aligned them. It's not just only one line indented. That's okay. And let me actually indent a little bit more. This very quick process. You can do it too. I'm doing only by one character. I usually do by 4. Okay. And then let me see this another indenting here. Maybe actually possible to do by the system. What is that one? By the program without doing hand by one. But I don't know that one anyway. Actually, okay. Now, there's a while loop here. Goes all the way to, okay, up to here. Let me see. Okay. Oops. This is while loop. Now, okay, I'm reading a numbers, and counting positive and negative ones. Okay, let me look at the logic of the thing without considering AGLA or any language. When you want to read numbers and stop by a particular number, you have to do as follow. You have to read the first number before the loop. And of course, every read needs prompt. Without prompt, user would not know what to do at that time. So one read always must be before the loop. Why? Because the number controls the loop. If you don't read any number, how are you going to control the number here? This is when you're reading a number from outside and you're going to stop by a particular number. And that number, by the way, is called sentinel. Sentinel means somebody like a guard. But sentinel is not part of data. So depending what you do, you have to choose appropriate sentinel. For example, if you're reading all positive number, any negative number is sentinel. If you're using positive and negative, then and 0, then you will have something different for sentinel. Maybe like 999, something which cannot be a part of data. Okay, anyway. So again, I am talking of the logic, not the assembly in particular. Then you enter the while loop, you do the calculations, which are these. I go into them in a moment, what they do now. And just before the loop, you read the next number. Again, every reading has a prompt. So you see this line, these 2 lines, repeated in 2 places. Okay. Okay, let's look at the exact logic of this program. Now, so if you are on line 13, that means you pass the while loop. You are inside. That means the number you just read is not sentinel. It's part of data. Okay, it will not stop you. So what you do, you add to AX, and before that, I forgot to tell you, AX should be initialized to 0 somewhere. Where is that though? No, I'm sorry, I'm not adding, I'm moving. Moving does not need initialization. Moving does not need initialization because move is going to replace the second parameter by first parameter. So AX is going to become num. And then I have something called sum, which is declared here, line 5, and initialized. It is 16-bit value. And I also have something called NUM, which I'm not reading. And look at the sum though. I initialize sum to 0 here, or we can initialize sum before the loop anytime. So you can do it here too, somewhere in this neighborhood. But initialize when declare it, that is maybe even better. Now, since this number inside the loop is part of the number that I want as acceptable data, then I add that one to sum to see how much I'm reading. That means sum equals sum plus num. Then I check this number is positive or negative. And also I have two more variables, count, positive count, negative count. Both initialize to 0 at the top. Initialization here is necessary. If you don't initialize, you cannot accumulate because it might have some accidental value, and that's not good. So some languages initialize to 0 automatically every variable, but we don't count on that. So these kind of variables, we're going to do some accumulation, like a sum or count, do initialize at the beginning. And if number is positive, add 1 to positive count. If number is negative, add 1 to negative count. If number is 0, actually won't be here anyway. So if you are inside the loop, you are either negative or positive. For us, 0 is a stopper. We don't count 0. If you enter 0, means end of data. So as long as you haven't entered 0, you go through this one, these lines, and then you read next number. And as you know, from here, you go back again here. This is while loop. Goes up and down like this one, When you enter 0, program stops. And then you do final print. Print a new line for clarity. I mean, you separate things from each other. This is a print a line break, basically. And then you print the result. Sum, SUM, equal, sum, NL, next line. Number of positive, number of negatives, and print them. Okay, let's try this program. So to make your job easier, just to save, Control S. You don't need to put on a separate file. These are all simple examples. They don't have other significance. So I just save over. Okay, I just say it's save over. Then I switch to command window. Let me show it to you as well. Okay. Here, let me enter. Okay, where I am now. Press arrow. Again, arrow. So in my case, arrow twice shows the compiler compilation process. Press enter, and I have an error. Error is line 14. I'm glad I have error because that will help us to learn more. So let me switch back to Notepad++. Line 14 was the error. What is line 14? Line 14 is this. You know why? This shouldn't be here. That should be after the line comment line. So I remove this one from here, put here, or maybe I have done that one. And if that's only error, Control S or save. And when you say, okay, then switch back to command window. I'm sure that how fast you can work on between these two programs. Once you initialize program properly, like find the folder and those things, then it becomes so easy to work fast. Arrow up, you see? Then run. This time, I have no error. And to type the program, again, I don't want to type it here, arrow down. That is the one is going to run the program. You see here, when you compile, you have HLA, ignore C:\\HLA. That's the folder name, okay? Ignore that. Thing begins from after that. And you see the The arrow things, the greater sign symbol, HLA space program name dot HLA, and compilation worked. This message means worked. And then you type just the program name, no HLA at the beginning, no HLA at the end, and it should work. Okay, enter a number. Enter this number 7854. I'm just typing from the keyboard. Negative number, negative number, positive number, and then I enter 0. Okay, sum is that much. You can verify for yourself you do not limit. And number of negatives 2, correct. Number of positives 4. Okay. Let's see you can do this far. Okay, I wait 5 minutes, and after that, I have another 5 minutes to show you project 1 and talk about that one. You meanwhile you can ask questions. I am listening.
Do you mind going back to the notepad with the source code? I just want to see something because apparently I got a slight mistake, so I just want to see if I did something wrong. Thank you.
Line 14, I had error, so check that one. Other than that, if you copy it, you shouldn't have error.
No, my
Which line is that?
No. I didn't have an error. It was just when I put in all my inputs, it gave me the incorrect number of negative and positive numbers within the numbers inputted. So I just wanted to see if I copied something wrong.
Did you type it yourself?
Yes, I didn't copy it from the book because you had it open and I just copied it verbatim.
Okay,
but I
so
think I
that means you made somewhere mistake. You know?
Yeah. So I just want to double check what it was.
So probably should look at here in this area. Initialization and dosing are okay too?
Yes.
So therefore focus on this area.
Yeah, I was missing the initial if statement, and I only copied the negative count. So I'm going to test it right now. I think that should be the problem. So what is it now?
Could you show us your command prompt window again?
Okay. Okay. If you open page 36, of this one, and if you let me copy this program and test it, page 36 to Notepad++. I am erasing the previous program from Notepad++. Anybody need one see that one? I am copying over. Actually, I can make it a new window, just in case. Okay, let me switch to Notepad++. Okay, let me save it to same place. So I call this one double quote except9 and a dot hla. Okay. Okay, I tell you results in a moment. I am trying to work on this one. Okay, let me switch back to command window. Okay, program does this, runs the numbers from 96 back to 1, 8 per line, and space between them. I believe 2 or 3 spaces. Your project will be this, not this one, but related to this one. So let me go back to Notepad, Canvas. Canvas, where is that one? It's not the canvas. Canvas should be the same as. Okay, here we go. Click modules, and then refresh your window. You will see project 1, instruction project 1, and project 1 upload. Okay, if you open up that instruction project 1, says run that program, however, reverse the printing, like this, which is actually is veritable. And so also you're going to add other thing I am asking you. You see at the where the mouse shaking, you're going to put your name at the top, and at the bottom, that's not shown here, but you put it there. And also make sure that you indent it nicely, comment all of that, and the save file as follow. Your last name, first initial, proj1, cs17.hla. Okay, make sure that you save it exact, because all of these has little points. So if you don't do them, you get deduction. So the Okay, the correctness is 80%. Correctness, completeness. The first 20% is for these things like a naming, alignment, comments, as needed appropriately. Okay. So you can copy from the book. This only shows what to do, and then you make sure that you put comments like this here on page 4, on page 4 in this slide. And even though I know what's going on, but I put the comment for the sake of the share things. And also you put comments at the top of the file. You see here, you see page 4, I'm highlighting here. I can highlight, okay, here. Your source file, the one you type in the notepad, is going to begin with your name, with the comments, project 1, and date of the due date. Okay, this is a very trivial project. You can do it now. However, since some people have difficulty of getting software, installing it, I give you 1 week. So it will be due before the next class meeting. Okay, very trivial. It's not difficult. It's just download the software, copy the program to Notepad, save it, and test it to see original program is okay. Then modify it. I am not joking, but some of the people can do it now if you want. I'm not going. I don't want it, but I'm saying that's so easy. Okay. So, any question?
I emailed you earlier about some difficulties with Citrix Workspace. Did you get that? I spoke to IT and they said I should talk to you.
Let me look at the. Did you email through Canvas?
Oh no, that may be the problem. I did it through Gmail. I'll send it again through Canvas.
Yes, use Canvas inbox for communication, because SMC email is very crowded. You're getting a lot of email from this and that, a lot of promotions, things like that. So make the thing we talk about that through inbox privately.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
So for this project, all you want us to do is to invert the order. So instead of starting at 96, want to start at
Invert
1.
order. Also, don't forget the above detail. Putting your name on the source code, printing your name on the command window.
Yeah.
So there are 2 different things. So you put your name on using comments on the source code at the very top. And also you print your name on the command window, black window, at the very top, your name dot project 1, data, at the end, your name, end of project 1.
Yeah. So like what we did last week with the Hello World assignment you had us do, correct?
Probably, yeah. I don't remember exactly, but probably you do. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, please go ahead and ask questions. Class time is up, but I answer your questions if any.
I think someone just asked. So for the upload, it would be either. Well, first of all, you want us to save it as an HLA file, correct?
Yeah, that's because that's part of the software. You cannot avoid that.
Yeah, and then for the upload, it's just the .hla file, correct?
Yeah, upload.hla file. Yes.
Okay, just clarifying for anybody with that question.
Yeah, Notepad++ file. Just upload that.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Professor.
Sure. Basically, text file. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Should we email you regarding office hours if we have like questions with our code or want to like test something through Zoom and then share screen to show you what's like wrong, Professor?
I'm sorry, my mic was off. Okay, let me repeat it. I will open a discussion for questions. Discussion is public, so please put your questions and answers there, but don't put the program line or quiz questions there. And that's so somebody or myself can answer you. Also, next week I have office hours before the class through chat at 6 o'clock before the class. So I open the chat, and if a question, put your question on through chat at that time. Anyway, if something is not working, just email me through inbox. I will usually check it every day,
Okay.
and answer question. Okay, sure.
That's fair enough.
Sure.
All right. Thank you so much, Professor. Have a good
You're
week.
welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome.